But yeah, hi. Welcome. Today is going to be just super chill, day 76, hunting for that Articuno. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Uh, for the Europeans, I hope you're having a good night so far, or good evening. Uh, it's weird to think that, like, I stream at such a strange time. And I know that, like, I'm kind of, like, going into this kind of quickly. But I want to try and get resets before I get tired, because I found out that whenever we tried to do what I think day 75, it was after I did a PLA Nuzlocke, or at least part of it, and I felt fine. But then when I got into the shiny hunting, I got real tired, and I don't know where that came from. Maybe it was because I was focused so heavily on the Nuzlocke, but I started just the shiny hunt. I got real tired. I think it's because I'm not really doing much in it other than just checking to see if Articuno is shiny in this case. So I think the next hunt is probably going to be like a grass-based Pokemon. So a random encounter one rather than just Articuno. I also silenced the counter today to just kind of keep going with those kind of like uh, relaxed vibes today, which is why we have lo-fi going on. It does say that it's meant for like YouTube creation, and so if that's the case, I'm sure Twitch will hopefully allow it too. But I didn't want the loud gong with how quick it's going to be happening to really just detract from just relaxing here and enjoying the shiny hunt. Though it is kind of one of those things where it's like, I would like to have both of the audios going, but it feels so weird to have like two different soundtracks going. Anytime I ever have music playing while I'm playing a game, and like I know I'm gonna be listening to music for a while, I will just go into the settings and just mute the game's music. I'll still have like the sound effects and the dialogue and stuff like that. I found that it just kind of gets me in the headspace more for just enjoying the game if I use my own music. For a while, I actually used music whenever I played Destiny, and then at one point I just kind of stopped using music. And I was like, man, why is this game like, it's so dead-aired silence. Oh, I forgot to put my little PNG tuber on there. I'm back eating my spork. What was that? Got some smooth guitar playing in here. Yeah, not much has really been going on for me lately. I found out, or I shouldn't say I found out. All I've been doing lately has been doing backtracking. Or I am having such trouble. All I've been doing lately has been trying to get through my backlog for achievements for Xbox, and actually for retro achievements as well. Where more recently completed Super Meat Boy. That was fun. Thankfully, I don't have to do the ones on Steam, because Steam has some pretty brutal achievements as is, where you have to get through each of the worlds without dying, which is wild. I don't think I could have done that. But I've also been playing through a lot of Devil May Cry 4. And I see why people don't like it. It's not the worst game, but like I see why people don't like it. There's a lot of backtracking with Dante, which could have just been like his own levels, like what he was doing on the side. But oh well. I still actually like Devil May Cry 4. I don't think it's really that weak of a title. Sure, it's no Devil May Cry 3 or 5, but it's definitely better than 1 and 2. To be fair, I think 2 is probably the worst one. Like, even DMC Devil May Cry is a pretty fun game. Whenever you have it, like, as its own, like, separate... Like, when you can actually have it, like, separate canon in your head. But otherwise, I mean, it's not a good Devil May Cry game, but it's just a fun game. But Devil May Cry 2, man, You can go through that entire game just shooting your guns. And that'll carry you 90% of the way through the game. But I've also finally, just earlier today, finished the Legend of Dragoon for retro achievements. I had fought Melbu Frama like 3 times, or no, sorry, 4 times. And then I'm thinking like, man, why is this achievement just not unlocking? I'll go back to the website to look at it. And it said to defeat Zeeg, who is the boss before you fight Melbu Frama. Thankfully, I made a save. But it was, I fought the final boss 4 times trying to do the achievement for a different boss. And then whenever I got to the boss, I did it first try, not an issue whatsoever. I had gotten so used to fighting Melbu Frama and lowering his 42,000 health that whenever Zeeg got low enough, I knew exactly when I could throw the psychedelic bomb axe. Dude, it was it's ridiculous. I could have actually thrown it sooner, but oh well. Zeeg doesn't have that much health. But dude, whenever you play through Legend of Dragoon and you're leveled, the game is so easy. It's so free. I never realized how free that game is if you just level yourself up properly. Instead of doing what I did, which was just to go from point A to point B, fight along the way, and fight the boss at whatever level I get there. Like, the one time I lost to Melbu Frama, because I lost one time, and I only lost because of very specific circumstance. So I thought I was still going for the achievement because I didn't remember, or I didn't realize it was for Zeeg. And so the achievement for retro achievements is to it says defeat Zeeg with a battle item, and that is the only item you use in the fight. And so for some reason I thought that I just got stuck in my head that it was Melbu Frama that I had to do it to. So because of that, I can't use any healing items, I can't use any Angel's Prayers to revive. And what ended up happening is Miranda got taken out in the first phase, and I got all the way to the last phase. Like, he had 400 and some health, and he did an attack that did 12 more health than I had to Haschel. It was super upsetting. But it's not like it really took long to get back there. Due to the fact that everybody's like leveled up pretty substantially. You know, I'm using like a team that isn't just me trying to use the characters I want to use rather than characters you really just should use. Because the team was Dart, obviously, Haschel, and Miranda. Like, Dart's just great. Haschel has I can't think of what the weapon name is. Where, like, the lower his health is, the stronger he gets. And then Miranda, just because her healing is so grossly overpowered. Especially if you get her to level 5 and give her the, oh, I don't remember what the ring is, but the ring, every turn, gives you back 10 MP. So you essentially almost have infinite magic with her. And since I didn't change her to Detonate Arrow, she got 200 SP each time she had a turn and attacked. So essentially 2 turns of guaranteed heals. But at the point where I was fighting Melbu Frama, I could have just guarded and had enough healing to survive most of the attacks. There was only one attack that actually did good damage to me. It was like one where he calls like a bunch of like, I guess angels, I guess? Calls them down, attacks one person, it did like 2,000 damage. So 2,000 and change. And that's the attack that killed Haschel on the run where I lost him at 400 health. But yeah, I fought this boss 4 times to completion, 5 times in total, before I realized that I wanted Zeeg. But I got real good at fighting Malbiframa. It honestly probably would have, it probably would have been easier if I used the detonator. It probably would have been easier to take care of all the tentacles in the first phase. But man, when I got Haschel down, I don't know what level he is, but when I got Haschel down to red bar status, he was doing 1900 damage per Omni Sweep, which is his ultimate addition. Well, I don't think I did it during the playthrough. But it was super fun. It was super fun playing through the game again. And essentially just leveling everyone up to their maximum potential. I didn't get them to level 60, mind you. I was having an easy time fighting them at like level, like the high 40s. If I recall, I think Dart was the highest during my playthrough at like 42 or 43. And he was, I think, 48 or 49 whenever I fought Malbiframa on my own. Like a little bit ago. So everybody was like substantially higher whenever I fought him this time, and he was super easy. If I could have used items, it would have been a trivial fight. I can't imagine fighting some of those enemies at level 60. Which I think is where the hard cap for stats is. I don't know if you can actually go higher than it. I've never actually bothered to go above there. But now that I've finished Legend of Dragoon's like achievements, retro achievements, I might actually get Severed Chains now, the fan-made version of the game, and check out some of the accessibility stuff that they have. Because like one of them is a hard mode. Hi, Chip. And that hard mode takes away the timing window. The entirety of the combos by memory/sight. How are you doing this afternoon? Actually, it's just before noon for you, isn't it? We're here just having a nice chill time today. It's 11 a.m. Lucky. Did you find the new kitty? Is she still hiding? I got done playing with the kite? Okay. Did lightning strike it? No, she's letting you pet her and hold her now. Oh man, she's so much more kind than the 4 cats I need to get adopted. I'm actually having a poster made in like a somewhat official capacity that has like the little tearaway like phone number slips, which will hopefully get at least one of them adopted, preferably all of them, but I just need them to start trickling down. Look, Chip, I need you to pull some strings with some people that you know on this side of the coast, and get them to come adopt cats. Lord knows I need a cat to be able to have her room back. You know anyone who lives where I do? Well, find them. Find people who do. Preferably catless people who want cats. It'd be absolutely wonderful. I'm guessing you still have no plans to move over here yet. I don't know if the plans of Circle ever fell through or not. Or if all of you are still having hope for that one day. You don't know what's up with that? I mean, people get busy. It makes sense. I mean, the important thing is that you guys are still potentially at least aware of it. Waiting for your leash to be up there By the way, you moved so much more than I did. I moved like 16 or 17 times before I turned 18. You've moved 16 or 17 times since I've known you. And I've known you for like 7 or 8 years or something like that. How long have I known you? 5 years? There's no way it's only been 5. Has it only been 5? It feels longer. You're looking for an apartment with your current roommate? You mean the cat Debbie? I don't know if she's gonna be able to pay rent. She's still like an infant. Yeah, because you would have been a teenager if it was 8. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't have known you then. Yeah, I've only known you as an adult. Yeah, so I guess it has been almost 5. It feels so much longer because of how much you gap. Yeah. Yeah. Granted, saying 18 as an adult, not really. As a 29-year-old now, I can safely say that 18 is not an adult. The fact that there are laws that permit 18-year-olds to do things is wild. You should not be able to go into the military until you're like 21. It was legally an adult, yeah. But really, not really. "18 is essentially saying I'm a barely more functioning teen. I'm in late teen mindset. I mean, your brain's still gonna be developing for another 7 years after that. Chip, you still have 2 more years for your mind to meld into whatever goo it wants to. Yo, that bass. Can you imagine what you're gonna be thinking in 2 years? To be fair, I couldn't tell you what I was thinking about 4 years ago when I was 25. I mean, there's probably still a lot of Destiny. What was happening 5 years in Destiny? 5 years ago in Destiny? I think Forsaken, maybe? It was either Forsaken or Shadowkeep. I feel Shadowkeep I wasn't really playing anymore. Pretty sure it was Forsaken. Probably still gonna be no thoughts. It's gonna be no thoughts, but also thoughts of Blue Dragon and Dragon Age. Speaking of which, when are you gonna do a playthrough of Blue Dragon? Or are you just waiting for me to play Blue Dragon for you? You haven't thought of either in a month? Are you like Oblivion pilled right now? More into Welcome Home right now? I mean, you've been into Welcome Home forever. And filled to Mystria. I've seen some people play that. It's not my type of game. I think Stardew toes the line at the types of game I'll play. Because I've played Animal Crossing, but like, I don't know. I played it for a little bit because I like collecting things, but there's not really an objective other than just, hey, go collect things. So it gets kind of boring to me. And then like Harvest Moon is essentially the same thing, but just with plants or crops. But at least with Stardew, there's at least some combat I can do to have fun, just for fun. There doesn't need to be an objective behind it. I can just go fight bats and slimes or whatever. I can collect things in fields of Mystery too. Yeah, but that's the issue. If that's really all I can do, like how do I put this? So in Destiny, right? The reason why I've played Destiny for 10 years, aside from just learning the story, is just because I can go around and just fight things. for no reason, just because I can. With like fun new toys. Like in Minecraft, I'm usually the one going around exploring because I'm going out and just fighting random things, and I'm just happening to stumble upon pillage or towers and whatnot. And so it's just like, it's like that. Like, just collecting things, it does have its place at times for me. But most of the time, it's like, I want to be able to do something that isn't imperative for the story at all sometimes. So the mysterious mix of, I almost said Assassin's Creed. All right. Mix of Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Look, just send me out into the fields to tend to the slimes, and we'll be fine. I will protect all the crops. With this splinter I call a sword. I don't know, it's just those games are definitely they're not bad, don't get me wrong. They're not bad, they're just not my cup of tea. You like Fields of Mysteria more because you can do stuff without a time limit? Yeah, actually, you know what? That's probably... Maybe I will like Fields of Mysteria, because I don't like time limits either. It's the whole reason why I haven't played Majora's Mask. This is the whole reason I haven't played Majora's Mask. Great game. Can watch other people play it. Can watch Circle play it. He can rave about it all he wants. Can love the ARG... The ARG? The creepypasta of Ben Drown. Can do all that. But brother, I hate time limits. I hate being Ooh, you don't want to get me started on time limits in video games. There's a mobile game I play where like all the battles are timed. And so like it's pay to win in the aspect that, or sorry, it's more like pay to progress. Cause like everything is a time limit. If there was no time limit, everything would be easy to me in that game. But because there's a time limit and I can't just happen to kill this one enemy fast enough, it's like, nope, you failed. It's like, really? Really? I killed everything else, and this one sliver of another enemy means I fail? Brother, I hate it. I know you love Stardew Valley. Yeah, I know you do. You think I'd like it? Can you tell which character I'd like? I can take my time in Mysteria. Quests aren't timed like it is in with Stardew. I think it's also the same reason why I haven't played well, I've tried to play some of the oh, what are they called? The Dead Rising games. That entire game is a time limit. Like I've played Case Zero and I've started 2. But man, I think like the only one that I'm going 100% truly is going to be Case Zero. I have to go back and get 2 100% because I started an achievement in it, so I will have to go play that eventually, but I'm not gonna like it. I hate the feeling of being rushed. You also have to work to unlock the mines, and the mines themselves are actually a challenge. All right, maybe. Oh, another game that's very similar to this. It's more like dungeon crawling, but then again, in this instance, the dungeon crawling is literally meant to progress, and it's with Cult of the Lamb. It looks like a very fun game if I had a bunch of chat involved, but on my own, I don't think Cult of the Lamb would be for me. Because that's essentially dungeon crawling the game, and that's it. You played it and beat it in one day while having strep, so I mean, there you go. It was an game for you. Yeah, like I said, if it was with like a bunch of people in chat, I'd probably be more fine with it. By the way, an ad's going to start here in just a moment. but no, there's a lot of games that I could talk about that. Oh, that song is slowly fading out. But it's not like I'm not trying to say like these games are bad at all. And they're not. They'll never be bad. I'm broke. Guys, hey YouTube, and those who are subbed. I think she's losing her mind to a Butterfingers commercial apparently. But these games aren't bad, and they never will be bad. It's just they're not my cup of tea. Now there are some objectively just bad games, but all the games that like we've been talking about aren't bad. They're just not designed for me. I mean, like RPGs and more action-oriented things are more my style. Which is why I was saying usually I'm the one being sent out into the plains of Minecraft to go pillage and plunder the pillagers. I don't know, I always have fun with it. Alright, so welcome back. To continue with the conversation, other games that I can't play because they're open-ended and don't really have an objective. You have to like make your own objective. Sims, can't play Sims. I could maybe watch other people play Sims. I have, but I can't. I can't physically play it, and I know you love The Sims. Because I can watch other people have an objective, but I myself can't make objectives for Sims. Same with Herbs. If anyone remembers the Herbs from the OG DS era, maybe even older. Why am I a fork? I'm not a fork. I just have a fork in my mouth. I'm the chair, remember? What, do you not like my fork? Which one is the fork? This one? This is how I feel. It doesn't pass the vibe check. What about this? Does this pass the vibe check, vibe police? No. Let's see here. What else do we have here? It's even worse. I gotta remember to never click that one. What about Lollipop? Why is it way over there? I gotta like move it. Like in a really weird spot. There we go. It's a little high, but so be it. But how is a cigarette even worse? It just slowly moved on your end, which freaked you out. Yeah. It's because I use the transform thing, and I don't have it on studio mode, so it's not just gonna into place. I don't know if that pop noise came across properly. By the way, Chip, have you tried our new feature of the day? Or of the day, of the month? You should totally read what's on the Game Boy. You do love Mysteria for the fact it literally gives more to everything. So it's essentially just it's Stardew Valley Plus. From what you're telling me. Hey R3, how you doing today? Start doing Animal Crossing. Yeah. Oh, what is it? What's the other games that are kind of like this? Other games that I kind of have trouble playing. Like, so like Minecraft, I was mentioning earlier. Like, I can explore and do my own thing, but after a while I get kind of bored with it because I have to make my own objective. What is it? There's another game that's like it. That's like this. That's like Pokemon. Doing good. How about me? I'm doing all right. I mean, tired per usual. What else is new? I mean, I'm streaming 2 hours after where I normally would start while after getting off work. Yeah, what's that Pokemon Minecraft type game that hi R3 Char that got in trouble with Nintendo to the point where they copyrighted a Pokeball mechanic essentially. What is that game? I can't play it either. Love Pokemon, but it's more, to me, it's more Minecraft than Pokemon. And so it kind of like plays the same in my head as Minecraft. Like, I can't even really watch people play it. Like, I think the concept is pretty cool, but I can't play it. What is it called, man? If I'm on Minecraft enough, it can be playable, but you don't like vanilla unless it's with shaders. I don't even, I mean, maybe if I modded Minecraft, but it'd have to be like one of those like wild ones where it's like, it's not really Minecraft anymore at that point. Like, you know, and I say this kind of ironically because of what it is I'm about to say, but like, I kind of wish that Minecraft had a story mode that isn't the Telltale kind. Yeah, you have one of those? I mean, that makes sense. What is that? What is it? PayPal. Not Pal Park. Oh, it's like Pal something or something Pal. Sal's played it, and he likes it. Pal World? Yeah, yeah, that. Thank you. I can't even watch people play that. It's like one of the few games I just can't really watch people play. Like, I can watch, once again, I can watch challenge vids of Minecraft because I can watch them do the objective. But for some reason, I can't watch Pal World. I can't play it either. There's something weird about it. And I get that it's a popular game at one point, and, you know, like I said, the concept of it's pretty cool, but I just can't.
Oh shit, this truck is falling on me. Oh god, it's gonna crush my face. I'm gonna punch it on feet. Oh god, my face is hurting. Oh god, this is getting close. I can't stop it. Oh god, the truck's gonna crash. Oh shit, god damn it, too. Why do you have to pull this fucking truck on me? Oh god, just gonna smash me. Oh god, this is freaking. Oh, it's getting closer. Oh shit, get over there, get hold of. Oh god, oh damn it.
I am tired. I am streaming, and you expect me to not ramble? What? Trying to hit this joke like it's a John Mulaney skit. I'm new in town. Not you saying slash joke. I mean, I could be a quiet streamer, right? Literally be the ultimate vibe hangout. No one talks. It's just no more talking for me. I only talk in chat. The words in the song really messed me up. Why am I getting radio transmissions? I hear voices in my head. You wanna play Mysteria now? Oh, a sip. Ah, for my parched throat from all this rambling. Thank you for the sip. I didn't actually realize my throat was dry until the liquid hit it. Guess what, you thirsty bee? What else have I been doing? I mean, it's really... Oh, started playing Splitgate 2. It's both better and worse than Splitgate 1. Feels kind of weird that there's 3 classes and they each have unique guns. And it also feels like the portal system's stupid. Like, in order to destroy your opponent's portal, you gotta place your portal over it. And then there's a cooldown before you can delete the one that they just placed. Bring back my portal closing grenades. Also, there's achievements to get portal kills, and there's only essentially one map to get portal kills on. And no one walks through enemy portals. Like, I'm about to be on at like 3 in the morning when no one else is on and have somebody boost with me. I hate achievements like that where it's literally, I have to, like, it's an achievement essentially where I'm capitalizing on 15 people's mistakes of walking through a portal. They should have just made it where it's the kills from shooting through a portal. I hate it. But Chip, are you really going to leave me for Fields and Mysteria? I'm only going to be going for another hour and a half or so. I think you can survive. I assume you have today off. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, so I mean, I've been playing through Splitgate 2 a lot, like for the past couple of days. And like, aside from that, it does feel nice that there are like actual like abilities in the game. Though the cooldowns are so fast. And the fact that one dude actually has like a sticky nade that can kill you, just full health, man. No other character has an instant kill like that. I mean, I guess one of them does if you, once again, do a portal kill. Since she can place, or I say she, since that character named, I think, Arrows, you can just place a portal anywhere. And you have a connecting portals. You jump through it and someone else jumps through and they fall. Well, you both fall, really. I don't know. I don't like achievements like that. But to be fair, 15 portal kills, because there's 3 achievements for 1, 5, and 15. I'll take those achievements, because at least they're boostable. In theory. But in Splitgate 1, there's an achievement to get 1,047 wins. Which, dear lord. Since there's mainly bot lobbies, and like games can take a while, and not to mention you can also lose. 1,047 wins. At least Splitgate 2 has 1,047 kills. That one won't be bad. I really kind of shot myself in the foot with a lot of the different games that I have in my backlog of 100%ing. Ninja Gaiden 2, the original, not the Gaiden one that came out. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which that one really isn't too hard. It's just kind of tedious. Obviously, I have Devil May Cry 4, where you have to like S rank all the different difficulties. I mean, there's a lot of games like that where it's like, man. But I will say, if I can 100% games like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, stuff like that, if I can 100% those, and Super Meat Boy, I think I can probably manage to get through some of these easier games. Even though Ninja Gaiden's gonna make me lose my mind. I lost my mind over Ninja Gaiden a lot whenever I was younger in my teens. Oh boy. I think Ninja Gaiden was like the first, or Ninja Gaiden 2 was the first game I legitimately raged at. And like I've gotten mad at other games, especially multiplayer games. But there's a special anger for the giant bone boss in Ninja Gaiden 2. And I had to get through that on like I think the hardest difficulty is like I don't know, Grandmaster or something. But other games I've shot myself in the foot with, Halo MCC. Halo 3, granted, can't get all the achievements in that anymore, so I'll just take getting all the ones I can. But those don't really count. I'm not counting the ones where I can't really complete them. Like any Ubisoft game, ever, apparently right now. Because like I played through Watch Dogs 2. It had a bugged achievement with one of its campaign missions, so... Or one of its campaign chapters. So I can't get that. Both Assassin's Creed Black Flags for the 360 and the Xbox One, both had glitchy achievements for me that were completely unrelated to each other. So the one that I last unlocked that was annoying, that was bugged, was to get, or what is it? It's to like invade a ship without like losing any crew members. And so something you can do is you can like incapacitate the ship and then get close to it and just swim over, then take out the entire crew. So that whenever you start raiding it, there's no crew. So you don't lose any of your crew. And so it makes the achievement really easy. For some reason, this is a base game achievement. But because I have Freedom Cry, the DLC, where you explore, what is it, Adewale? Is that who you're messing with in that? For some reason that achievement unlocks perfectly fine in there, but not in the base game anymore. Wild. I don't remember what the one for 360 was, but that was the one for Xbox One, I believe. Not to mention all the multiplayer achievements. Let's see, is there any other game? Oh, because of Guitar Hero Live shutting down after what, I think 2 years, there's achievements in that I can't get anymore, and it actually permanently scarred my gamer score. It is one of those odd ones where it's like a 1 or like a 9 or something like that. I think it was a 4 actually. It's hard to say. I'd have to look at the achievement list, which I'm not going to right now. And so I had to like play 2 other games to like balance it out. One was like a Rayman Raving Rabbids game on the like phone. And then the other was it was like a stealth ninja game. I think it's called Origami. So like I have 2 games that I can't complete because one scarred it. And what sucks even more about the Guitar Hero Live thing is that somebody on PlayStation and on Steam has like a server up of the game that lets you get achievements for it, but not on Xbox. It's so stupid. This is gonna be calm vibes, and I'm freaking out about achievements I can't get. How it goes. I'm trying to keep myself at least hyped up with it, so that way I don't get too tired and start getting a bunch of dead air. Like, I kind of ramble a lot. But if I can find a topic and rant about it until someone pops in with their own topic, that's kind of what I need to do. I know the bots for Pokemon don't really do too well on YouTube, but it's more there for archival reasons more so than because they're the funniest, most entertaining thing. Maybe I should start doing randomizers. Those would be funny and entertaining. I'm gonna get jump scared by a bug. Oh, you know what? I wonder if there's any games that utilizes the weird, creepy mechanics of Eternal Darkness. We need that. We need more games like that. That just intends to try to mess with you. Like, you know, changing your video input or turning your volume down. Or having your character just be a headless body just walking around. That mechanic is, the sanity meter is so cool in Eternal Darkness. I kind of wish I would have recorded it back then, but oh well. I got lost a lot in that game. At one point, I might have to go back to complete it as well for retro achievements. But until then, I'm just going to kind of like look at it through rose-tinted glasses. Because I still have to do 2 more full playthroughs of that game, as well as get through certain chapters without taking damage or using certain spells. And I have surely forgotten everything up until now. I think according to Koki, I think back then, it was someone. Apparently, whenever I picked the rune, I picked the hardest one. And I only picked it because it was my gemstone. Oh, one of those games crashed. I don't think it was a shiny anyway, but I'll go ahead and reset these. What game crashed? A leaf green. Interesting. Wonder why that one crashed. I don't think I've had a game itself crash yet. I hope that is not a sign of things to come. I'm trying to get it to show up. Oh, there it is. Yay! Let's continue this. Oh, reset, come on. Well, if you made it this far, please let me know if you like the music or not. I'm trying to find a bunch of music that people will enjoy. Granted, I don't think playing a 12-hour-long video each time I stream is probably gonna be the best idea, but it's long enough to people will probably forget what song played earlier. Unless I did a subathon or something. Or a streamathon, I guess is probably what would be more aptly named. In which case, there would actually be time for it to probably loop. Assuming I let it play the entire time, of course. I wouldn't want to get tired during a subathon or streamathon. Kind of defeats the purpose if I go to bed. To be fair, I don't know if I'm ever actually going to do like a 12-hour or a 24-hour kind of type stream. I don't even know what I would do for it. Other than just more hanging out and just kind of shooting the breeze with everyone. But it would be fun. To a degree. I don't know, maybe those are the times where it's like I should plan for like group things. So like I could start with like solo stuff, do some group stuff, and go back to like a different game for solo stuff. I mean, that would fill up a good bit of time. Like whenever I get this like project like fully underway and sorted out, I mean, I'm gonna be having a pretty goofy That's a name. I'm gonna have a pretty long stream that day whenever that goes underway. It'll probably end up being around 5 or so hours, give or take. But it's gonna be a long stream of something that probably shouldn't take 5 hours. But I think it'd be fun. But this is assuming everyone's ready on the same day. I gotta get categories. I gotta get personalized categories. Oh man, it's the last check before 17,000. Oh man. We went from Bulbasaur being the overodds king to Articuno being the overodds king now. And it's probably going to hit 17K, isn't it? Yep. There it is. 17,000 resets. Where has my luck gone? I understand I didn't have luck with Bulbasaur, but is it really the case where I can't get a shiny unless I'm dual hunting? That seems so unfair if that's the case. What do I do about that? I don't want to just go and hunt another Pokemon for fun. Like, I don't want to go and just, like, start trying to get EV. I don't want another reset. I want this to be kind of like the last soft reset we do for a little while. And so we can start doing some fun random encounter stuff. I don't want to do Safari stuff yet. Apparently there's some kind of event called Safari Week that happens every year. And so I figure we'll save, like, the Safari hunts for then. Unless there's, like, no other Pokemon to hunt. So I'm just going to keep having to hustle on through these soft resets for Articuno. Who would have thought? Actually, you know what? Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Alright. Now we can continue. Hopefully random encounters would be more favorable to me. Also, that area that's underneath resets is actually where phases are going to go, which, if you don't know what a phase is, essentially, anytime you get a shiny Pokemon that you're not hunting. So if I'm going after Pikachu and Viridian and I get a Caterpie, then it's a phase. The only issue is I don't know if it's phase 0 or if it's phase 1 to start. That's the only thing I don't know. I would assume it's 0. I got ahead of myself. That could have been the shiny shot. That could have been the shiny. No, thanks, MicroStream RPG. Actually, fun thing about MicroStream RPG I found out, you can heal. Like, if I go ahead and start it up. Also, level cap is 30 in the beta. Or early access right now, which is technically the same thing. But yeah, so like as you can see, my health is getting slowly but surely lower and lower. Now if I do exclamation heal, I'll throw me some food. I don't know how long the cooldown is for it. Well, I mean, I would assume it's not too bad. I'm meaning to test it, but it's kind of hard to test on other people's chats. Thank you, Kuno61. How are you doing today? As you can see, 17,000 resets on the Articuno. It's not exactly, okay, I can only heal once. Not exactly in my favors. But I guess that's to be fair, since I got Magikarp there in the center and like 1,200 resets or something like that. Sorry about the ad break as well. Actually, you know, in the event that you're in an ad break, I need to say it. Just in the event that you're in an ad, if you're not, then I guess you can just disregard it. But I'd rather be kind and make sure to say thanks regardless. I'm always paranoid about ads. They always show up at the weirdest time. The ice burp is giving me the cold shoulder. I just want it to be slightly more blue, you know? Oh god, I could also still lose it. Yeah, sorry about that, Kuno. Just very inconvenient timing. How are you doing today? And thank you for the good luck on Articuno. I need it, as evidenced by 17,000 resets. Yeah, sadly the ads are, if I could be affiliate and just turn them off completely without having pre-rolls, I would. Dude, why is this song so loud? It's like so loud. So what kind of brings you along today, Kuno? Where are you popping in from? You want to do this hunt eventually as well here in Fire Red Leaf Green? As much of a bragging right as it is, I would suggest like doing like the wormholes and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Probably Hoggle Soul Silver. Fair enough. Still bad. Yeah, it's still 8,000 odds. But hey, I mean, you can still say you got it in a 8,000 odds game. But to be fair, is the bragging right's really worth it for losing your mind for potentially going this high in resets? You still have it for Max Slayer? Ah. Yeah, I think the only thing that I have bragging rights for is that I'm trying to get a Japanese Giratina. Because eventually when I get to Gen 4 shiny hunting, I'm gonna need a Ditto from Masuda. So like that is probably gonna end up being like an actual like fun bragging right that I have as a Japanese Giratina. Though I did get a shiny Rayquaza in 221 Runaways. That was pretty fun. I actually troll one of my friends with it because of the fact that he loves Rayquaza and he wants to do that hunt as well in Emerald. But yeah, Kuno, I wish you luck with your Articuno. I severely hope that you get it faster than me. Oh, I just realized we're in double odds. Great. I didn't think about that. No, no. Articuno is double odds. Of course, my favorite bird would be the one to go into double odds territory. And here I thought my first one to go this high would be a Safari Pokemon. At the moment you're doing a Gen 5 starter, it's quite slow. Isn't Gen 5 the ones that has like the really long like You gotta go through a bunch of dialogue before you even get to choose your starter. I know that Pearl and Platinum from Gen 4 had a little bit of them, but and Gen 5, I think you can save like right before it, and then there's like a small bit of dialogue. You came from Kai's stream. He mentioned you were trying for Articuno. Aw. I keep telling him not to shout me out. He's too kind. For the battle to start? Ugh. That's gonna be a slow one as well then, I guess. Oh man, Kuno. I have some crazy hunts up ahead that are going to drive me up a wall. And I know that they're going to. For example, the bonus disc Coliseum Jirachi. That is going to be torture. 20-minute resets. For every failed shiny. Like, even Manaphy is going to be easier because I have 4 eggs. Yeah. I decided that whenever I was doing this Shiny Living Dex challenge that I was going to be a complete Nimrod and make myself try to get the hardest ones. Wait. Coliseum bonus disc Jirachi is probably going to be one of the hardest hunts. I think, not Relicanth. I think Feebas is going to be another rough one. Since I'm going to need 2 for Melodic as well. But, like, Gen 2 is the only generation that I'm not worried about. And that's probably going to be the game where I go into, like, triple odds or something. But, dude, I have so many scary hunts ahead. So many scary hunts. Rayquaza just because he's annoying. I mean, the remakes of the original Gen 2. So the only reason why I'm not playing original Gen 1 is for 2 reasons. 1, not every Pokemon in original Gen 1 can be shiny. And 2, Gen 1 OG doesn't have shinies. So whenever I finish Gen 1 here in Fire Red and Leaf Green, I'm going to be going to OG Gen 2 to get shinies there. And I'm absolutely going to take full advantage of the funny Ditto eggs. Yeah, my intent is to try and not do the remakes for various reasons, because some of the remakes, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, have updated mechanics to help with shiny hunting. You got an ADC method through the breeding method? Yeah, Masuda is a stupid good hunting method. The reason why it stood the test of time, and is one of the best hunting methods, just in general. Just with, I mean, with or without the shiny charm. And Gen 2, it being 1 in what? I don't remember what it is anymore. 1 in 100, I think? Is that what it is for OG Gen 2 with Shiny Ditto X? I don't remember what it is, but it's some arbitrarily tiny number. I mean, Gen 2 using the Gyarados to breed for shot. Yeah, I could go that route as well instead of going for Ditto. It's the same idea, Kuno. It's the same idea. Just instead of using Gyarados to breed out and having to use like that breeding tree, I can just use Ditto. It's kind of either or. Both are just as good. The only difference is you have to get a shiny Ditto. I probably should just get the chart for the shiny Gyarados breeding. My only concern is that I'm going to forget that I need to, like, what gender I'm going to need the shiny to be. Right. You can't. There's plenty of, like, the legendaries and stuff like that that I have to actively grind out. Same with the starters. Oh, another thing about this, Kuno, is I'm trying to be as, what's the word? I'm trying to be as authentic as possible whenever it comes to this. So, like, I can't use, like, shiny manipulation. Like, there's, like, some wild thing you can do in OG Gen 2 where you can guarantee a shiny. I'm not going to be doing that. Like, a shiny starter. I'm not going to be doing that, but, like, in Gen 4 and Gen 3, how there's, like, event Pokemon that you can only get with, like, certain items. Like Professor Oak's letter for Shaman in Gen 4. That's definitely a thing where I will kind of have to cheat in order to get the item, but since the item itself doesn't really affect the hunt, it's legal per my rules. So, like, obviously the radar, since that's an in-game function, that's allowed. And while the funny eggs is a bug, realistically, it's one that isn't really that hard to accidentally do. Exactly, yeah. Well, Gen 4 actually has a DNS trick, which allows you to essentially access a server that gives you the items at random, but at least for, at least I think for Gen 4. I don't know if Gen 5 uses the same trick or not. And truly, I don't even know how I'm going to do it for Gen 3. I think I'm just going to have to, like, code inject it in order to get, like, something like Mew. Oh yeah, Japanese Mew. I have to get that as well. Forgot about that. I have to play through Emerald in Japanese in order to get Mew. Which means that the Rayquaza I get is probably also going to be in Japanese. Because I don't want to have to play the game through twice in order to get 2 different Pokemon. God, I want to learn all the names in Japanese. I mean, I guess I did do that for Platinum. It was Celebi from an event when Gen 5 released. Not Shiny, though. If I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, aren't event Pokemon that are given out, aren't they always Shiny locked? Unless they happen to just give you a Shiny like they did with the GameStop Legendary dogs. Or could you actually, like, soft reset it from the guy in the marts? That'd be pretty wild. Oh yeah, here's your shiny Pokemon from the mailman. Some of those are going to be pretty rough to get as well. Zorua and Zoroark are going to be pretty interesting to try and figure out how to get them. To be fair, I legitimately do have a legendary dog trio on my actual copy of Platinum, so I could just transfer them into Gen 5 or like an actual, like, complete legit Zora. You didn't do Shiny Honey back then, but you remember an NPC just gave you the Pokemon. It's so weird. Like, yeah, I was definitely older whenever I found out that some dude just in the mart gives you a Pokemon whenever you go to events. You think they would have a better distribution system than just, hey, there's a random stranger in the mart now, talk to him and get a Pokemon. Though, to be fair, I did buy a sketchy Magikarp. I don't think I have that Magikarp on me, do I? No. Yeah, so the Magikarp we got is actually the one from Route 4, the one you buy for like 500 Poké-Dollars. Like, every single one of my hunts have been soft resets. Kuno. Does it make sense why I'm losing my mind? I mean, Kai also does a bunch of soft resets, but he also played Scarlet Violet, Sword and Shield, and got a bunch of shinies through that. Meanwhile, me, this is all I got. The flashbang every time a shiny doesn't show up. It's a cruel fate, really. You've done almost all your shiny hunting through Gen 8 and 9. It's the best place. Truly, it's the best place. 4,000 odds that you can very easily lower. Man. Gen 8 and 9 shiny hunters are eating well. But I guess that's also why people go for certain mark hunts as well. Like jumbo marks. No, now trying it with the crazy odds. It's something else. I mean, yeah, it is. I feel like shiny hunting like this, don't get me wrong, shiny hunting in the newer gens still has bragging rights. You're still going through the commitment of getting a shiny. I think you have extra bragging rights if you do these in the 8,000 sets. But well, it all comes down to luck, though, obviously. And I have 0. Big old goose egg of luck. Now, for the people that are like me, that are silly enough to shiny hunt Jirachi from a bonus disc, we're just asking to lose our minds. I don't think I'm going to escape Gen 3. Gen 3 is really the only one generation I'm truly scared of. This, well, I'm scared of Gen 1 as well, but Gen 3 is going to be a different nightmare altogether because I have to worry about Feebas. I got to hunt Why Not on whatever the island is called. Way back island, I guess. I don't know. Like Jirachi, Japanese Mew, any starter that's in Emerald. That might be too much for you if there's 20 minutes between resets. Apparently there's a bug that you can do that makes the reset timer like super fast. I don't know what it is, but I might have to do it depending on how bad my luck is with Jirachi. But I'm committed to doing the 20-minute resets at least for now. As I sit here doing 30 to 35 second resets and losing my mind as is. Oh, you know what? On the bright side though, Kuno, while Jirachi does take 20 minutes to do setup, Manaphy can be equally as bad. Know what I mean? Because every time you fail Manaphy's shiny hunt, you gotta transfer the eggs to a new account. And so, like, depending on how long it takes you to make a new account and get where you're going, could take more than 20 minutes. But it could also just take, like, say like 12. I don't know. That's pretty annoying. Yeah, Manaphy's hunt is wild. So do you know how Manaphy's hunt works, Kuno? For Generation 4? You don't know about it? All right. So, imagine if you will, how it cut off there. Imagine if you will, how Jirachi is on a bonus disc, right? For Pokemon Coliseum. All right. Now imagine a different, completely separate subset of games named Pokemon Ranger. In Pokemon Ranger, and in the 2 additional ones after that, but just the original Pokemon Ranger. Whenever you beat the game, you could transfer a Manaphy egg from that game to your main series Gen 4 game. Well, something they didn't account for is people wanting to shiny hunt, I guess. Or people just wanting to, to get more Manaphy eggs, I guess. To like trade with their friends. For some weird reason, Pokemon Ranger, you can only get 1 Manaphy egg per cartridge. Not per save, per cartridge. So, if you got a Manaphy egg, and then you, say, trade that game in, the Pokemon Ranger game, after you take the egg off of it, and then some other person buys Pokemon Ranger, well, then they can't get the egg. It's really baffling. So I had to do it. I played through Pokemon Ranger twice, and I played through, not played through, but I played to the point where I can get Manaphy on the other Ranger games in order to have 4 in total, because you can only really do 4 eggs. You can't do 5. I can't remember why. But the max that you can really hunt in Manaphy eggs is 4. Well, whenever you transfer the egg to your account, right? So if I transfer the Manaphy eggs to my actual, like, my Platinum account, which I did, that account will never have a shiny Manaphy. No matter how many times you reset, how many times you have hatch those eggs will never be shiny. For the game that received the eggs first. So you have to already trade off the eggs to someone else entirely for them to have a chance of hatching the eggs to be shiny. If they don't hatch shiny for that person, they have to trade it to someone else who has an entirely different account than the previous 2 in order for them to have a chance of having a shiny. For some reason, the trainer ID, or maybe the secret ID, influences if Manaphy can be shiny on every account that isn't the initial account that got the egg. It's really, really weird and really obtuse. Good luck with that. Exactly. The silver lining is that I get 4 checks per account swap. That's the real silver lining to this whole thing about Manaphy. Most people would only have 1 egg. 2 at the most. I mean, 3 if you played all 3 Ranger games. So that's a lot of dough to push out for eggs. Yeah, so I've coveted the 4 that I've had for a while now. I think it's been like 2 or 3 years since I got them. Maybe longer. I'd have to check their dates. If I'm going for a Shiny Living Dex, going for the hardest ones first is pretty funny. So my Shiny Living Dex challenge is a little bit different. Essentially, I am going for them from their earliest availability, and I can't move on to another gen until I finish the generation I'm in. So like I said earlier, since OG Gen 1 doesn't have any actual shinies, I had to start here in Fire Red and Leaf Green. And until I get 150 Pokemon that are all shiny, I can't move on to Gen 2. And so on and so forth. There's other rules as well. I think if you actually do exclamation rules in chat, I think it'll actually show you all 5 of them. If I remember, that should be the command for it. Oh, whoops. Yeah. As legitimate as possible. So, like I said, essentially no cheating or like the weird shine manipulation like I was talking about with OG Gen 2 where you walk a certain path and go in and out of a certain door at a certain time and blah blah blah. You guarantee a shiny, like none of that. But like the shiny eggs is allowed kind of thing. Like the bug. Earliest availability, I just mentioned that. No shine manipulation, mentioned that just a moment ago. Trade only trusted sources. So it's essentially I can only trade with people that I know and that they're not like cheating their games. So like for example, Kai, like he would be somebody I could trade with. And no more of 2 of the same game per Pokemon hunt. Now that's very critical because as you know, certain Pokemon are only in certain games. Which is why if you look at the title screens, I have 2 Leaf Greens and 2 Fire Reds. Instead, just all 4 of the same game. These are essentially self-imposed rules that I just threw in there because I wanted to make this unique to me. Like, I know that Shiny Living Dexes aren't unique. Plenty of people have done them and completed them. But I wanted this one to be unique to me. by putting some like crazy arbitrary rules for no reason. Because as you were saying earlier, like shinies are essentially readily available in Gen 8 and 9. But that doesn't seem as fun to me. I want something more rare. Because, like, if I'm going to dedicate so much time to it, I'd rather it mean something to me. To be fair, I am caught off by anytime I find a shiny, no matter what I'm playing. I have 5 shinies in Legends Arceus, for example, 4 of which I found this year alone. So it's just like they still excite me, but like these ones, like in this, I'm holding more precious. I guess is how I want to put it. But yeah, Kuno, I've been doing this since February of last year. Ours some of the easiest shiny hunting for what you've seen. It is. It can be. Because, so they have like the base 4,000 odds. Then the shiny charm gets involved. And then there's also another mechanic where, with the research, if you perfect the research, then their odds of becoming shiny is even higher. Not to mention the mass outbreaks and la-di-da. They're super easy. The issue, though, is that, like, the 5 shinies that I have in there, I don't have the shiny charm, and I think 2 of the 5, sorry, no, 3 of the 5, I didn't have perfected research with, because twice, and this is back to back, I had Staravias. I have Starly perfected, but I don't have Staravia perfected. And I lost a Kricketot. I accidentally threw a Pokemon instead of a Pokeball, and it ran away in the first turn. Oh, remember how earlier I was saying the, my intention is not to play remakes? There is one remake I have to play. I have to very specifically play Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Well, one of them. Because that's the only way to legitimately hunt Arceus. Since the Azure Flute was never given out properly in Gen 4, they just gave Arceus. Unless you hacked it into your game, like, the Arceus from Gen 4s are technically, like a shiny Arceus, I mean, from Gen 4, is technically legal. So, yep. I gotta play through an entire remake for one Pokemon. For the Butter God. I'm just sad that starting in Gen 5, there's shiny locks on Pokemon. Like Victini. Makes it kind of hard to keep up with which Pokemon I can hunt in what game. Can you get Arceus normally from that game, or was it an event? In Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, it's kind of both. So it's not an event Pokemon in that you need to go somewhere to get it, but you need a save from Legends Arceus with a story, sorry, all main missions completed save. And whenever you have that and you go to play Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, it essentially unlocks the ability to go get Arceus in BDSP. And it just so happens that Arceus can be shiny in BDSP. So, yes, he's just kind of in the game already. But no, because you kind of need an unlock metric. You know, you got Jirachi and Mew from BDSP because of your saves. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing, just with PLA. Yeah, and so there is a fight at the very what you would assume would be the very end of the story. Also, there's an ad break. Sorry about that. I guess I'll just wait to say it after the fact. That way, I can at least talk about that. Oh god, we hit 17-3? Brother. I can't with this. I need some sips, man. Yap, yap, yapping. It's hard on the vocal cords. Okay. I hope I don't peak the microphone like I did with, I think it was Squirtle? Whenever Articuno decides it wants to shine again. Yeah, I can feel my eyes are starting to burn a bit. Normally this would be when I'd end. I won't hit 20,000 resets. Thanks for the vote of confidence thing. So I did cut myself off so that way I didn't double repeat myself. So there's a fight that you would assume would be the natural end of the story, and it is because the credits roll and everything. But after you finish that and the credits roll, there's one more main mission after. After you complete that one more main mission, you then can play BDSP and get and go get shiny Arceus. Well, by shiny Arceus, I mean hunt for shiny Arceus. Up one, I think what it was a spear pillar. No, is that what it is? Whatever the top of Mount Coronet is called. But yeah, it's a pretty wicked thing. But yeah, so you are already used to how the saves work because you got Jirachi and Mew. I think that was what, for Sword and Shield, right? You don't think you beat BDSP, to be honest? I don't know if you need to beat BDSP in order to get to... well, you might actually have to. Because you have to contend with... You have to contend with either Dalg or Palkia before... like the first time you go up there, so... Yeah, you probably do have to finish the story. Or at the very least, finish up Cyrus's section. I don't know, I've never played BDSP, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, Kuno, that's the only way to legitimately hunt Arceus. Like I said, you could probably do it in OG Gen 4 if you wanted to cheat the Azure Flute into your inventory. But seeing as it never got officially handed out, I won't be doing it that way. That's why I will be doing the New Moon thing for Darkrai and the Oak's Letter for Shaman. I will be doing those because those were officially given out. So there's like caveats. There's like asterisks beside everything. As I said, as legitimate as possible. Goodness here too, yeah. Yeah, because somebody decided that they wanted to shout me out again. Despite me telling you constantly to not do that. How far along did you get, Kai? Did you get to, what, 55 or 56? The Shiny Hunt's basically whatever you want to do anyway. Exactly. Hi, Kai. Char. 5650, okay. I know that you were at 56 when I last checked. I didn't know what number you ended at. Nice try. Don't forget to heal, by the way. See if it gets there in time. Oh, it did, but I don't know if it'll matter. It didn't. Throwing at you. What if I do that instead? How if I do this instead? Huh? What then? You gonna stop me? This guy who... Yeah, can you believe it? I'm me, and I can do what I want. Oh, look at me, I'm Kai. I can shout out everyone because I can do it. And no one's gonna stop me. Look, the important thing... You ended early. Your mental is cooked, adulting to do, and you hate it. Yeah? Yeah, mental is cooked. You got a chef in your brain right now. Remy's up there just pouring all sorts of different spices on the brain. Right in the wrinkles. Really, really rubbing it in. To be fair, you said Articuno was your favorite Pokemon. Articuno is a great Pokemon. It's the ice bird. Articuno's a top 5 for me. You had to send Kuno here when Kuno said that. So... Ooh, so I can maybe hope... I'm trying to read something over there. A lot of prepositions that I don't feel like reading. I'm trying to like inverse everything. 104. Oh, I need to open up Twitch again. I don't have my redeems open. I really should get a bot to automate that. But here at Dante Incorporated, we like to do everything by hand for some stupid reason. I have technology, and yet, here I am. I won't go over it. Kuno, this is a lot of bravery for having faith into somebody that's already double odds. I will take the confidence, though. However, I think I'm going to need somebody else's shiny luck because Kai is not providing right now. I need Sophia to be here. She'll give me the shiny luck on like a lone base. This is my 6th hunt. I need to be aware of that. This is my 6th hunt. In a year and a half. Ish. A year and a quarter. I think if you do exclamation recents, it should have all of them on there, I believe. And whenever I get Articuno, Charmander will get pushed off the recents list. Since I only intend to have the top 5 there. Yep. Bulbasaur will get pushed off. Man, that Bulbasaur is brutal. During the Bulbasaur hunt, I got Snorlax and Squirtle. And technically Charmander if you really want to be pedantic about it. Back on day 17, I think, or day 16. What do you mean? How am I a troll? By the way, Hi, Kai, Char. Although my RPG cooldown is like a minute. So feel free to power up here with your Super Saiyan heritage. Get that Zenkai boost. Oh, yeah. I haven't been doing raffles today, but it's not really that big of a deal. Okay. Oh, come on. I can beat whatever that enemy is. Yeah. Oh, leveled up. Oh, Kai. The level cap is 30 for the early access version of the game. The average of the shinies is 1 in 5,866, so I'm doing great. Hey, Kai, I have a question for you. What are the odds, or sorry, the last 5 shinies that you've had, which I know includes those 3, whatever they're called. I was about to call them dogs, but that's not the right thing. What's your 5 most recent shiny amounts? Because they've all been under odds. No, one went over. My average, including this one, is now 1 in 7,770, or 7788. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's because I've had 2 stupid high resets on 2 different Pokemon. 16,000, 17,000. But to be fair, not Squirtle, the Snorlax and the Magikarps is what's bringing that average down to begin with. My average will probably be in the 10,000s if you remove those 2. See, Kai, you should have healed. You would have actually beat it that time. Oh, so Kuno, another thing that we kind of do here, you know how Kai has his Wookiee cookies for like the reward at the end of the month? So here we have red orbs instead, and if you have the most at the end of a month, you get to name any shiny Pokemon that doesn't have a name. So for example, Whiskers, who likes to lurk, he won a month. I don't remember which one it is, but this Articuno's name is going to be Kyrulius because of it. There's also a channel point redeem if you happen to be a lurker and just want to get a shiny Pokemon. Whoops. Wait, can I heal you? Oh, I can heal you too. That's pretty cool. So does that mean I have a cooldown on my heal then? I guess I'll find out here shortly. Alright, so if I do heal again, like immediately. Okay, so I can't throw for myself because I'm on cooldown. So Kai had people getting Pokemon as well. Didn't try it yet, you're just doing your own shiny hunting right now. Wait, so why did your heal not work? Okay, so the cooldown seems to be about a minute. I think the reason why yours didn't work, Kuno, is because you don't have a profile yet with our with MicroStream RPG. Unless you've done it in Kai's. You have not? You only went on Kai's stream today? Oh, okay. Well, welcome in on Kai's and my stream today. Glad to have you around. You've been fun to chat with. Sadly, you've been kind of like a funnier day to like come check me out. Because on Saturdays, whenever I stream the shiny hunts, I'm usually like tired because I get off a 12-hour shift, come home, and then start doing this. But regardless, I hope you've, you know, had fun relaxing, vibing out, you know? I do other stuff, like, than Pokemon. I'm a variety streamer, essentially. So ironically, I'm stuck in a PLA Nuzlocke right now, too. But, like, I do all sorts of different games. I've played Legend of Dragoon, playing through Final Fantasy VIII right now. Played through all 3 Metroid Primes, since 4 is not out. Just to name some of the games I've played on here. Did Eternal Darkness at one point. Mentioned that way earlier in the stream today. Sadly, I don't have like a webcam or something like that because I'm self-conscious, and I don't have a VTuber because my 760 on my computer would probably implode. So for the meantime, I'm just a PNG chair. Usually I try to keep things a bit more relaxing here. For every chaotic stream, there has to be somebody who is relaxing, right? One moment. Somebody sent me a message. I was just trying to check something. You've been kind of shiny hunting in isolation for a few years. Now you're kind of checking out what the community for it is like. Oh, fair enough. If there's somebody you want to check out, I don't know if he's streaming right now. Let me check on Twitch again. There's somebody that you can check out that Kai and I kind of like lurk at, and of course he's not streaming right now. He kind of like hosts a bunch of like community events for shining hunting and stuff like that, named Shine Patrol. Here, let me actually just put that in chat for you. That's what his name is. He hosts a whole bunch of shiny hunting events. Right now, I think Madar is what's going on, and it ends today because the month of May. Safari Week, which is a very popular one. He contributes a lot in it. Never heard of him, but that sounds fun. Oh yeah, he has all sorts of different fun events for different games. I definitely would check him out. Today we're actually gonna be raiding over to another shiny hunter. Let's see, what is she doing right now? I think she's doing DAs right now. Yeah, she's doing DAs. So I don't know what she's hunting in it. Safari Week, you've seen a couple videos on. Well, there you go. So you at least have an idea of, you know, the events I'm talking about. Yeah, he tries to help out, or at least post somewhere he can. But yeah, the shiny hunting community for the most part is pretty open and pretty nice to each other, and they always want to help out where they can. Though, granted, with any kind of community, you can always find people who are just not nice. But yeah, so like I said, you have Shine Patrol. We're going to be raiding a person named Sophia later on. So she's also Shiny Hunter. There's someone named Junes. If you've ever seen the game Omori, he has a VTube model that looks very similar in style to Omori. This kind of like hand-drawn avatar, essentially, is what it looks like. That's kind of like subtly moving, like the squiggles and stuff like that, or the line drawings. His model is really cool, and like Omori is a very stylized game that I adore. Yeah, so there's so you're getting like a list of like 5 today. You have Kai, you have me, you have Shine Patrol, you have Sophia Wears Glasses. Like I said, we'll be going to her later. And you also have Junes, just to name some. And there's so many more. Like, even in Kai's chat, there were other shiny hunters that were hanging out there, too. By the way, Kai, if you're listening, we found out that you can actually heal other people. So, like, you could have, like, a group heal, like, all at the same time. But yeah, no worries, Kuno. Like I said, I don't think it's either the heals on a global cooldown or it just doesn't let you heal because you don't have an RPG account. Which, if you just do exclamation RPG, it will throw you into a dungeon with a randomized character. And it'll just autoplay. So it's either it's on a universal cooldown with heal, or you have to have an account in order to heal. I don't know. I just found out about the heal today. It's a very simple thing. Like I said, it's not really like you're setting it up. The game's in early access. So whenever you quote unquote create an account, it's just you doing exclamation RPG, and it loads your name into the database that's online. So if you do the RPG here, and let's say you go to Kai's, because he also has an RPG, you don't have to do anything. You can just do exclamation RPG, and you'll continue where you left off from here. One day you'd like to stream shiny hunts, you just need to get the equipment for it. Fair. Yeah, getting the equipment for it is kind of tedious, especially if you want to do it like authentically, like with a 3DS capture card or a DS capture card. I get it. Like I said, I'm streaming with a computer I built, but I didn't have a good GPU. So I have a 760, like a GeForce 760 in it. So it's not like I'm able to run like very strong games, but it gets the job done, and I enjoy it. Like I love it for that. But I don't know if I said it, but yeah, no worries on the recommendations. It's always fun to shout out people where I can. I don't get to do it very often, so. All right, we'll be going for about 10 or so more minutes here, so I'll probably actually end it around 17.6. Get like, I think 1,100 checks today. You do with a capture card. You got tons of consoles and Pokemon games already, which would be the most expensive part. Yeah. There are some people that will do these hunts with those like GB operators or whatever they're called, like a whole bunch of them. And I don't know how they would do that, but there's some people who would do it with those. This is an emulator. I'm not gonna lie. These 4 games are emulators. They're was it GBA? MGBA is what I use on here for the streams. So I mean, if you want to like do something like that, you can through emulation. It does take a bit of time to set up OBS and stuff like that. If you even on a laptop, I'm just saying, even on something as a laptop, it's possible to stream. I actually used to stream my Xbox from my console, or not from a console, from my my laptop, because I wanted to have like borders and like stuff on the screen rather than just streaming from the console where it's just the game and then my voice and that's it. But whenever it comes to like the 3DS capture cards and stuff like that, dude, those are so expensive. I get why, but man, they're so expensive. I'm still on the fence if I want to get a 3DS capture card for when I get to Gen 4, or if I'm just going to emulate that as well. My goal is to eventually move all these Pokemon to Pokemon Home, but we'll have to see how that goes. It takes a bit of like messing with like saves and like moving them to them Pro from a 3DS in order to get everything right. But honestly, Kuno, streaming is simultaneously super fun, but also kind of hard. It is it's ironically pretty hard to yap and talk about random topics. And there's like a saying like where you're supposed to talk as if someone's also is always listening. But at a certain point that doesn't work and you should start talking knowing someone is listening. It kind of like changes the mindset a bit, but it does still become a little bit hard to yap. Especially whenever you're running off actually how many? It's almost 4 now. I got up at 6. So I've been awake for 22 hours. So that's probably the hardest thing as well, is making sure you have proper sleep or proper yappage. Yeah, like I said, on Friday, so I go into work Friday night. I work for 12 hours, donate plasma, then come home, take care of the cats for an hour, relax for a bit, and then I come stream. Every time I try to like nap before I take it, or before I try to stream, I end up feeling terrible when I wake up. So I figured it'd be more fun to just deal with it. I probably should pick a different day to do my shiny hunts because I'm always tired when I do them. Your main issue is you're not a great yapper, but you're doing shiny hunts already, so maybe you'd be better at just recording and putting it on YouTube. That's also an option as well. I take these streams and just take the VOD and upload them to YouTube for release at later dates. That's also something you can do. I mean, it's up to you. Content creation is solely at your discretion on what you want to put out there. If you just want to do short, like let's say you record yourself, right? If you want to take that recording and let's say you get a shiny, you could then take that video and cut it down to that point where you got the shiny, and then put that up on TikTok or YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. If you just want to have a more like recorded presence rather than an online one like I am right now, or online like a live one, I meant. Yeah, that's the beauty of content creation, man. It's really at your discretion on what you want to do. Honestly, I want to edit more videos and do more like guides, but my 760 barely, and I do mean barely, lets me work inside DaVinci Resolve. It took me 2 days to edit down 6 hours into 2 hours. Or maybe it wasn't 6 hours. Maybe it was 8 or 9. But it took me 2 days to edit it down because it was just so laggy. Yeah. So Kuno, I will say, if you are interested at all in like the previous stuff that I've done, like I said, I do take the VODs and put them directly on YouTube. If you do want to see some of the previous games I've played. Oh, I wonder, is that period part of it? No, it's not. Cool. Yeah, most of the videos on there, I think now, have been streams to VODs. And then everything before a certain point was like... It was just like pure gameplay, no commentary, just here's the game. Enjoy it in all its glory. But yeah, not everything I've played on stream is over there. So like when I played Sparking Zero when that came out, that's not on there. Eternal Darkness isn't on there. So like there's some stuff that is only on Twitch. But those have to be on like bonus days, like where I can stream like a 4th day. Man, I'm not gonna spam a bunch of links at you because I mean, I appreciate you just being here in general, and it's just very like, it's a better place to go if you're just like curious about what I've done. Because I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, go to TikTok and go follow on Blue Sky or Twitter or wherever. Like if you're curious, you can always just do exclamation and the site, and it will literally give you the link to it if you want. I just did the YouTube one, just like I said, it was very aptly timed for you. I had a lot of hope for the Articuno that was swinging the top left. I was looking at it and I was just thinking, please be, please be, please be, because it looked lighter than the others. All right, 2 more full resets. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna do this reset, and this is something I wanted to actually do, but I forgot it. I completely forgot about it. All right. So we have these 4 games, and we do check them all individually. The thing that I forgot to do, I have a bunch of pack hourglasses on TCG Pocket that I was going to open, but I completely forgot about it. But I guess we'll just do that next week or something. I might even just do it tomorrow just for fun. But okay, so I got all 4 games open now. So let me get them loaded in. All right, so we're going to start from the top left and work our way around clockwise. All right, so the first one. The clock ticking is very apt for this. All right, nothing. Yeah, these are the last checks of the day. All right, nothing. Nothing. All right. Okay. Let me just do a dice roll real quick. Okay. The dice have spoken. Give me the Articuno. That's on me. I didn't say give me a shiny Articuno. All right. So that's it. That's all she wrote. We are officially at 17,600 soft resets. Yeah, it's an Articuno. Oh my god. But yeah, 1,100 resets in the span of 2 hours. Dude, it's wild to think that Articuno was gone essentially 1,600, or really 1,500 resets over Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur's 16,000 resets felt like they took ages. Articunos feel like they're just flying by. It's weird to explain. Maybe I should just switch one of the games to hunting something different, because all 5 of my previous shinies have been done while dual hunting. I don't know. Maybe. Hard to say. Sadly, I don't know when I stream next. I'm hoping tomorrow at 2, but if not, I guess just keep an eye on your feed. Some people do multiple hunts at once, which might help the mental. Yeah, I usually do dual hunts after like a while, but like I don't want to start another hunt solely because I want to start doing random encounters after Articuno. And I don't want to mix a random encounter with a static encounter, because then it starts getting all wonky. Though here's the thing, my mental is fine, honestly, because I'm super excited to be hunting Articuno. I mean, it's my favorite legendary bird. The Pokemon that I was losing my mind on was that Bulbasaur, though. It was aggravating. Just, it was months and months and months of hunting just Bulbasaur. Or not just Bulbasaur, but like hunting that Bulbasaur. Articuno, I mean, it's been a couple months as well, but like I still just enjoy Articuno. But all right. So I'm gonna wrap things up here on the YouTube side of things first. So, because once again, these get recorded. So YouTube, I hope you enjoyed that. There'll be plenty more shiny failures in the future. But with that, YouTube, thank you all for coming. I'll be Jeladu and Memento Mori. So have a good one, YouTube. Bye.